Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back. In today's video, we're gonna talk about how to take on the weekends while you're on a meal plan or on your diet and really trying to be good. Like, how do you enjoy yourself while, always having to think that you have to avoid it? So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Just finished a little dog walk outside with the dogs, and now I'm gonna finish my steps this morning before obviously everyone wakes up here, and I'm fortunate enough to do so. So if you guys don't have a walking pad at home and you're looking to get those steps in, I talk to all the members at Crank Online about it, and I tell them, like, just get one because it's the most beneficial thing I ever had. I'm not looking to run on it, I'm just looking to get my steps in. We all know that getting the 10,000, 8,000, 12, whatever steps it is, just getting more steps per day does have the most benefit in any fat loss journey, health journey, and just overall, because we have to be active. So check it out if you want to, and are interested in looking at one. Click in the link in the description box and I'm about to have it there. So let's get to it. I'm gonna finish up this walk, head to the kitchen, and I'll show you the things I would do, or what I do, to kind of to prepare for the weekends. Remember, I said prepare. You can't just go into a weekend blind. All right, right back. So welcome back and good morning. Let's talk about the weekends, right? And how I would go about it in a way that I can still adhere to the diet plan that we're going into. So the biggest thing is, we also just had a meetup call on Sunday, and one of the members just talked about how she really didn't know what to do. She went out and ate, and it was a Friday, Saturday type of thing, and it has to, I guess you kind of lose it. You really don't know what to do. So the biggest thing is always have a plan, right? Step number one is always have a plan going into a weekend. Now, am I saying that it always has to be this way and things are just normally happen? No, there's no such thing as a right or wrong or good or bad in terms of food relationships. There should be no stigmas behind the food, right? There's a good food and a bad food. I did bad, You're just developing a really bad relationship with food. That's all that's doing. And as a person with terrible relationships with food, eating disorders, everything, I'm just telling you that because I understand what it feels like to be so obsessive or so, obviously that's why I make these videos, right? I'm so obsessed, I guess you can say, with nutrition and dieting and food and how it works. But I've learned to do it now a good way, right? And to help people in this path of time. So with that said, say you're going out Saturday night, or you have a date night coming up on Saturday, and most of the time you're not gonna go into this place not knowing what it is you're going to be getting. You're gonna have an idea of what you're in the mood for, right? And it's like, oh man, I'm in the mood for pasta. Cool. If that's what you want, obviously the biggest goal here is to eat in moderation when you're there. Don't try to overstuff yourself, because you are doing good, and usually the momentum of you doing good throughout the week usually kind of controls you more, as long as you're not really restricting yourself too much, and then you end up binging. But for the most part, you should have this better relationship with what it is you're going to eat. And say you want to order, I'm gonna make this a carbonara, right? Something that has a little bit of meat, some sauce, some fat, of course, because there's gonna be a lot of butter inside that, and then also some carbohydrates, right? The pasta. You're probably gonna have an appetizer, which is probably fried, unless you guys move into that salad side, which it doesn't matter because the dressing still has some fat inside it, and then you're most likely gonna have a dessert, right? Easily blowing over 1,000 calories, most likely, especially if you eat at a restaurant, right? If you're not choosing a salad or steamed vegetables and a grilled piece of chicken and going that route, well then we all know that the calorie count at some point with a drink, right, is gonna be over 1,000 calories, whether you think or not. I think a lot of people look at the calories on the menu and think it doesn't apply to them. No way, there's no way that's that much, and I love how people just completely ignore the fact that that meal is going to be 700 calories, and then on top of that, the appetizer is gonna be 400 calories, and the dessert's gonna be 500 calories, but no one ever tells you how much the drinks are. That's gonna be the next video I'm going to make, is the actual alcohol and calorie content inside a basic margarita, or a basic Manhattan, or a basic old fashioned, right? These are the more popular drinks, and I wanna show you exactly what's going into these and the effects of what's gonna happen when it goes into your body. So make sure you guys subscribe, because that's gonna be the next video I'm making. But let's get back to how to take this on. How to take it on is eat your protein and your veggies throughout the day. Because when you go out to eat, you're not going to get protein in, right? Unless you're ordering a big, a half roasted chicken, or a steak even, right? Or like a piece of fish, you're probably not gonna get the protein intake, depending on what you want. Especially if you eat protein all week long, the last thing you're gonna wanna eat a lot of times is more chicken, right? That's just how I feel sometimes, so I'd like to change it up if I were to. But for breakfast, here's how it would look like for me. Would I count? Yeah, I think I would track, just so I know about how much protein I'm gonna be getting. But the 3 meals that I'll be getting before even dinner, or maybe at least just the 2 meals, is making sure I have some eggs inside it. Now you can have whole egg white. The reason I say egg white, because there's no fat in the egg white, and we all know that when you go out to eat dinner, you're gonna have a lot of fats coming into the body. So I try to keep it really at a high protein and a high vegetable, and that's it, right? A little bit of fat and a little bit of carbs, probably no carbs if anything, right? The only carbs I'm gonna get are gonna be from the vegetables. And I'm not even saying I'm gonna have maybe some fruit for the fiber, right? But I'm gonna look for other options there. Your other best friends here will be your protein. For me, this is egg white protein. Why? Because I have a lot of digestive issues, and this kind of works well with me. Sometimes I could have this. This is only brand I can have, because it doesn't have, if I want something a little tasty, and of course my wife works for them, so I gotta plug it, and that's how it goes. But that brand of like a flavorful whey protein is important. An omelet, chicken breast, right? Chicken breast may have some fat, but it doesn't have too much. But it does have a higher protein count than, say, a chicken thigh or a drumstick. But if any type of chicken, or tuna fish in a can, I got that over there. Tuna fish in a can, regular fish if you want tilapia. But no, not a lot of people eat tilapia for like lunch. So those are like the food items that I would stay with. Again, the items that you want to eat and make sure you do, because most people don't. They say, oh, I'm gonna fast the whole time until dinner time. No, you're just making yourself become hungrier. And then when you're restricting yourself, now you're not fasting yourself. This is not a method to do for the day. Get your protein in, because when you get to dinner, you're not gonna get the protein that you need for the day. And that's really important, right? The most important factor that we always say is our fiber and our protein, correct? Water. So getting those in is the priority. So before you go out, knowing that you're going to go out, first off, make the decision to be mindful, meaning let's not overindulge in the foods that you're going to look forward to, right? Number 2 is have that plan. Have a plan and kind of have your breakfast ready, have your lunches set, so you're not guessing and the whole Saturday goes away from you. Lunch and breakfast should not get away from you, even the snacks, until dinner. And trying to get those meals in, especially just the protein part of it, is the most important thing you can do, just to keep the continuity of your adherence, right? To help you stick to the plan. And now here's gonna be number 3, right? You're gonna mess up. And if you mess up, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? Nothing. There's no such thing as messing up. You're human. We have our tendencies. I'm not gonna say that it's an excuse to do so, but do you know what the most important meal is after that meal? The next one. It's the most important one, because we have a choice now, right? We have a choice. We're gonna eat and be like, oh man, that was so good, I ate it all. Now we can either feel like garbage about ourselves and then just continue the whole weekend, which most people do. It's like, I already fucked up there. Had too many drinks, I'm hungover. Let's go get a bacon, egg, and cheese and this. Let's go get a Taylor ham. Let's go get some gravy fries. And you continue this longer process, and now you made something that was so small, right? Something that actually didn't even make a dent in your progress, to now something that's going to dent it pretty well. So instead of thinking that it's bad, that you ate and went out, think that, what's the next meal? Next meal is going to be your breakfast. You jump back on track and you do what it is you got to do so your body knows what to do. I think it's a great thing to have. I don't want to call it a cheat, right? We called it cheat meals from like 1990s even till today. I don't think it's a cheat meal. I don't think it's a treat meal. You can call it a refeed, right? You can call it something where you kind of just step away from it for a second and then get back to it, right? Just like when we work out, sometimes we need to take that break. Sometimes we need to take that rest. Take that day off, right? But the next day is the most important day. What's the next important workout after missing a workout? The next workout, right? What's the next important meal after eating something that was enjoyable? The next meal, getting back on track. Don't let the decision you made become longer than it needs to be. Right, so I hope this video made sense. If you have any comments, comment down below. And if you want a part of the 30-day challenge that we have for beginners, please comment, let me know, or DM me, find me, and I will definitely sign you up for it, and we'll get it going. All right, this is Pete from crankvegas.com. It is early in the morning, that's why I'm trying to keep my voice a little over times now. It's about 6:30, so it's not too bad. Everyone should be waking up soon. All right, see you later.